Tuawuti and Medidio say Bonsu. Make us say Honorable Benaye Abekansa, former MP of the Upper Dintra West constituency. What can I say? Oko Eastern Region so Communications Officer of the NDC in the Eastern Region, Dallas and Poma Williams. Wabekansa Ewaha already managing editor of the National Forum, Martinenka James Kwabna Bonfe. Intuition in newspaper na Ghana first, boldness, firmness, fairness. That's the National Forum. But Honorable Akwabana Apomo Yede.
Nyame adom apom ye pa so ho ye de
nyame adom crying kakra
isia na ache kakra
ache pa konso boko
nyame adom boko
wako won nsan
me fi ho weekend ya
from here
from there pa nya kabla so be isia na ache di nkobo kakra de aya de ni pepe ya musa ni na ho ba me nyide madwen koso se sound ocho paper kama pa National Forum. The
National Forum.
I hope the content no see kama te so no. O se de kama no say. Kama yes na ho fair physical wow. I mean uti any submissions with those you know the other guys I learn a lot from them even though we need change there. We learn a lot from them when it comes to communication, especially issues-based communications. Wow.
Mate, Messi 2 weeks to go. The campaign so far matters arising. But Dallas and Poma Williams, Kasama NDC, Eastern Region. Dallas, Akwaba na pom to saying.
Enya obi.
Bibia boko.
Mr. Kufuor aban abreso de bibia ntumi nya boko sa. But ye wa rehire mu se akabe na wotwemi no na nkuso aban yesi ni form no. If it's 9th December eko bibia be boko.
Oh, okay.
Na Ghana for eho atowom. Obi onim be ya dwen se MPP aban yi akoye aban bia onim mpanifo ka sembi chokoto. Ekwanchen chokoto. Se onam na ohunu so chokoto yi se ye de asen ho ye mefe. Inti mentonko fie nkofese ne be ye pa udru fie ankyerɛwo a ɛrɔrɔ ɛno enye peda ono decorate intro ema no ɛtɔ Ghana fo asom ema sense mu ka kyerɛ mu oti akora obedi wachi abafie no yɛdo mu besi akonya yeso fie ne nsa bo so me du ba komu na yewe ye chokoto ne rɔrɔ ye na mana eyi yehwe the only remedy I be my yen chokoto ni ayepe eni se busuanche mfa ban ye besi ni form na ya to abama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama esrimu se ejata tikesi edaso dae pa di mpuntu ba man mu ma o man ni hu eye enema papa no e wo se ye de ne ba ni rescue o man yi efiri kokofu boro bofo yi ensem e ma o man Ghana fa ne ntama pefra tinye no wanwa wonam apoye mantemu me ba Greater Accra ha baby a wonam bia no ni titiri se ukita NDC ashenso de enra me bedru kro yi mu ma me bi twa adwo me na ase na obi na yare ho se ohun se me kita NDC ashenso de no obedaka nanim yewu mu meje yen me to abama Mr. Kufuor nenso baby a wodi ye na dri eye na da ye pakwanya ne mfumso ye no yakone yakoye nsiesie mesema menya botre enutini nyame asiesie His Excellency John Dramani Mahama se omra meyi omai Ekosiisen honestly wobi Ghana fo anu mo including one kasakora me ne we kasai and me wa rehire mu se ye beto aba no 7th December awie no se we producer so e ma me sign so no so wanu ne ho. And I believe say ye beto aba no awie no Ghana for ebe sakra eye amamwonim say ne mframa na hyase ebu free America brichiri mu eba no so osono kese wa America konguram osono ketuwa inso ope wompe onya ba bi na ewa ha obekọ no man no afa ne ntama pefra na obi mu nsentofo manya kwanya ye madwuma say the ne kanete and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama many oti hey nsem bebre wo trima wunya ya obeka nanso usuru wo kan ye kura beda he tisani mini nyina no wose yetumi eyi free we be free wa Mr. Kufuado na MPP aban every no ho adwuma na yeye and so far so very good.
That's it.
Oba Poyamantemen, he's still there.
Yes, no, about Greater Accra. He started Greater Accra today.
Okay, and now go so Poyamantemen. Kwasiada oko nkoko.
Yes.
So His Excellency John
Mahama. Yeah.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Nkoko.
Ekosiisen on
So draw around 11:30, 12 a.m. Matching. The domina ye big so chain so me cancel panchre won. Methodist Park no Nkoko e ye mabufa so ni bigina no requirement.
John Mahama de no.
John Dramani Mahama Ghana ni da so. Kwasi ada no pay Mr. Kufuado so be do ho. In fact, John Mahama de just one constituency, Nkoko constituency. And the park no so ye mabufa so. Maybe afoforo adan me pictures are me the bachelor be afoforo adan just to have a view of Ghana your savior now urban. Mr. Kufuado de we akete obi akora upon na sorry or transen kai hwese park ne betumi afere because no say kwawu de MPP.
Yeah.
Constituencies Abetifin price on Koko Abrim Afran Prince North and South. 6.
6, yes.
On into me and Fele Park now.
6 constituencies.
I am telling you, Obi, and I have the video on my phone. Anopakra on the cast in Namukrum, Yasremo Obama Meshia will be as a dream ye home. 2016. I'm telling you. I'm saying 2020 and 2016. Now Mada, Opakedi and Tromania no Cremie Gina so to Abama on 2020 de any daho. The MPP in Nkoko want me and Philly Methodist Park. The nipa kura buy no o kan about 30% no me nkwalanto tofewa omubedi agro ewo ho. E kire wo say buy na gu. And say wo mu na o bibi e say odia. This is the time e say oji because this government obeko opposition 7th December.
Dallas and Poma Williams messing about how you share the campaign so far. 2 weeks to go and matters are rising. James, my main phone shall say, "Oh, ba hakane." Enti, share campaign so far. Minim say we DHA edi home komo bebre na we hu the Ekoso aspirants no crisscrossing the whole country. In fact, the speed with which how more call around the country, and sometimes it amazes me. And minim said you hu no there, but ultimately vigorously no munyina campaign for victory in 2020. Campaign Akwasiama so far, and what do you expect in the next 2 weeks leading up to elections, December 7th?
Obi medase o usuru se obekasa
Aden.
And so ye de usuru se obekasa. It's a logic that has been preached in this studio.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Obi usuru se obeka utiasem. But me kwabra bonfe me de me usuru. Oh my God, amayo na ye no. Me titru ye mabuna yaba. Mini adala sem say didi kan me ni share ni me chia no na me share bia ya me tufo across the aisle yen momodin say ye be ma yen amanyo no ho bete bosremu kan ene nsemu aye ka e de atoto ya manyo agu ni ho fi no at the end of the day a political class no inina na ye build a tide against ye kan semwa enim e de fayen yamyonko amanyofo ho a at the end of the day ye niema e ba betia amanyo no ankasa in general if you say the sustaining politics the political class so politicians ni one more politics na ankasa no wa na ekoye na uhwemu a ya no so no da bia meka it is the politician who labels his fellow politician to look good or evil. Now, ye fear, and it's a sickness across the NDC MPP. And yet, and then we can say, Nanyadum, answer about a friend say, Asempa FM. May wait me at na ufi. na wa create one kasa media space or internet so
yeah.
and you will be communicating with the people. Isn't it happening?
Mm-hmm.
Who is stopping that in this country? Go to China if you can do that. There are 4 channels. You can't go beyond that. Sebi ye kasana mfoni a ye twafa de ye koso ewo the ubonu no mu organ hanmo. Oti ha Dallas wo kasa wo for president Mr. Akufo-Addo no problem. It is allowed. You are doing that. But who feels who na wo ye bema dodo wo betumi aka but obi de yaka ne kasa boahye onu de ontimi nka adwene. It's not fair. Mami move on na men kasa campaign na e koso no. So far men community mu asem me pede and I'm a subjective view there. Maybe Yabeka say I will rely on 2 research institution back a state.
Okay.
The National Commission on Civic Education NCCE omo survey on what Ghanaians think and what Ghanaians say. People were questioning their sample sizes now. The MSM look, they defended their methodology. And at the end of the day, researcher or presentation, no, you're not going to talk to the entire nation. But all methods are used to gather data. Once I bet me justify or methodology, no, you can go ahead and make your findings, any recommendations, and don't just say absolute. And the research behind one more, you need criticisms on. Issues
margin of error and all of that.
Not even margin of error. We are going into the quantitatives alone.
Okay,
they are qualitative studies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some that informed thinking. Any de keka ho. NCCE did a survey. CDD a survey. The National Forum has published some of them.
Okay,
and it is clear. There is a 15 percentage point difference between confidence in MPP's ability to deliver on campaign promises as against NDC. 15%. 15%, yes. The difference.
Okay.
Whilst 65% of Ghanaians believe, say, MPP for deliver on their promises, it's only 50% that believed that they deliver on their promises.
The NDC delivers on their promise.
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, I mean Ghanaians believe that there's some delivery of promises.
Yeah.
That is why anything I heard when say NDC Beka say MPP buy on yeshi, MPP Beka say NDC buy on yeshi. Now metro BB at the end of my presentation. Manifestos any issues based now again 69% of Ghanaians say MPP manifestos are realistic. Just say any one more sitting no e will twaka and I say e won kitahude bebre no 58% and say omuji say NDC for the NDC and no 11% difference. In general no what the promises of a friend say more Ghanaians believe say MPP for manifesto no and I say ka one more sitting no nsem esene the NDC for Kano and then they found the People's Manifesto and you say what we are the Labour Party for Kano one more a year because the People's Manifesto and so I reflected the thinking of the people. But who's the $1 million the manifesto by only page 79? It is there. They call the Disability Act 2007. Professors a student you know persons with disability law you're passing in 2006. And there are persons with disability act, 2006 into bracket Act 715. Master now Parliament.
Yeah.
Which one did now control the Disability Act 2007? What are you referring to? You were in power 8 years. One promulgated a legislative instrument. And then I will promises I will be a legislative instrument. Executive instruments or muka they one juma. So we introduce and you see disability issues are very important to me because say a disability I say na the year juma a big guardian policies be if or my be out to me a share ne man for a woman who here mu e mofra e mabulu one ma o mo adem diemu anase mrewane nkokra samani e man a da bia no hwa o mutumpon enti kaman a wo mo hyehyɛ no e hwɛ san krofo yi So I say at least almost pensions.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
So retirement package. O might be a was anxious papa no. The bia no o mani di because obo man for omo yire omo ye adwuma yi. Afa so ayi said the Ghana for esi hu said the campaigns no targeted at issues and personality driven and also so survey no outcome whilst 63% and a 10% difference. While 63% believe say NPP for a focus driven campaign no 53% and I say NDC for and that about the 47% no or more the pounds and kika
and this is the NCCE survey.
CDD.
Oh, this is the CDD
corroborated by the NCCE survey. Okay. What I say and I'm to that NCC for website now personally I've followed campaigns and I keep following campaigns. Abembia from colonial times to this date. Open infrastructure wa Ghana hanuma ubebonidi e dey abata infrastructure bi. Nti AFRC oye 112 days in office
on Asempa
from June 4th to September 24. Okokohwe Ghana bakosemu a obenya bibi kwai bi dan bi ayede be ma AFRC say ono no yeye hospital obia obenya bi e dey abata ne ho dan school dan bibi something anything physical you get it now wonim enya sabi infrastructure nkwani governance o e ka ho bi na dey me there people are talking about infrastructure. Prompt college, me call here from Form 1 to Form 3, SS. Me call 95, me 97. Near 8 houses. And there are 11 houses at Prompt College. But the 9th one, or say to 2 house, old boys, and your 50th anniversary, say expanded your residential facilities. Okay. Between 2017 to date, there are 2 new houses that have gone to Prempeh College. Those 2 new houses could have established a new school. We share almost facilities now. And kebet me, I measure up to Kintampo Secondary School. If I'm not exaggerating, Bako be a dormitory block, na Bako a classroom block.
Ekosiisen.
Are you getting me? And to some general say, I buy no buy 4 years on see school dying, and you are concentrating on infrastructure. I'm telling you that infrastructure alone, I will refer you to President John Dramani Mahama, that time vice presidential nominee. It will be a recipe. That comparison of records will be a recipe for the mediocrity. Because what I now will see here no, the qualitative of it, any de kakamuni no, somehow it will run into subjectivity. Say the ministry no, any say the no. Now when there is so yaba. Minya dollars can say tikese adwin kese wom. Any there a bar udua na ba no so a fie bia mu ye bidi. Misi subio. There a bar eme nsunsunye ba. Ewo amanwo ene amamu mu. Ene anamontu a abantu a eno no enya mikrom kintampo a yakosi special ICT center won yenyensi ye anase bia ye one district one factory di afa na omo akonya site a omo so mbabe enya no but we dua bi adua no naba no ni no baye no fie bia mu atego dollars fie obenya bi bena ye fie obenya bi obi fie obenya bi kwabra bon fie nisi menya bi adi ebi ne kwame nkroma universal compulsory education dey buy from 1951 accelerated obia na ye nshempo ufi one mo na oba wanima Ghana to date the ben I go closer I free SHS how's you na binwo tell me who in Ghana is not benefiting from it and then anasesa na sesa you say you almost started free SHS and sana President Akufo-Addo. Yes. Is it true? True. If it is true, why did you sponsor adverse against it? And I'm playing videos. President Mama saying that Obi said the hotel can say Omu di tro was me a day.
Omudi
Omuka Kontompo Daima and the winning power. Free SHS, is it running or it is not running? It was a promise. And in Kontompo, I was even afraid, and I said, and I've considered, say, Akufo-Addo and his administration, they've beaten me to it because I was doubting. So one more claim, say, one more right wing for no. I wonder if they will implement that thing. And the first year, no, almost started, you know, so one more they started first batch. What's on me, you know?
Yeah.
I was one son, full scale.
Yeah.
Some of us, I'm saying the National Forum, said they should in a hurry implement the thing to cover everybody. Students, friends say teacher training allowances. As a former general secretary of the Teacher Training Association of Ghana, our mama signed undertaking in 2001 says the teacher education colleges, tertiary allowances, we were ready to forfeit it and also take loans. I was ready to engage the ministry and engage teacher trainees to say, this is what we signed some time ago. And say teacher education colleges are here tertiary there. And the allowances no abanish about there and some more 9 year loans. Sinana Paul Kachem said, Maranfo, open say president Nemekwana. We will implement it. They have implemented the thing. You didn't even know why you were cancelling the thing. And look at them dancing about. I'm wondering. You see, now, I'm saying, some people don't take it as serious business. And that's one thing I've observed. Obi, sometimes they see maybe a serious business. Master, if politics is not serious business, then I wonder what will be serious business in this life. Say, Obi, I think there's no akasa.
FM.
Politics is about life and death. It's about the management of the sovereignty and the sovereign will of the people. If that is no serious business, then what else can be serious business? Say careless talk. No. If you don't mean anything, don't say it. And if you say something, mean it. And try to do it. Try to do it and fail and make an attempt to do it again. Theodore Roosevelt, former president of America, Okoshia young people was born in Paris, 1910. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points where the strong stumble or where the doer of this could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by sweat and dust and blood, who errs and comes short again and again, but who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and commits himself to a worthy cause. Who, when he fails, fails while daring greatly, and in the end, if he succeeds, knows the triumphs of great achievement.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
These are principles of life. Obiano will live a perfect life, but kwamba na onamso. And then when you see the food piano and the piano, ye piano because all food ya, oh yeah they are who bet so, oh yeah they are and from so be baba. But as I say, then who say you are probably now from and to bra yen piano manko. How can we engage in politics of negativity? Sincerely, and you say when you want breath, we are doing no maji air, you're doing a chance here, and I want more here, and to for credit in the mamo. In another breath, on your shade. Me say, apart from infrastructure, this is GIS alone. It's unprecedented in the history of Ghana Immigration Service since it was established in 1989 under lawyer Kwame Osuetechi. In Joka say infrastructure, aban we nyehwea, sebi. And Andrew man assemble no. But it is not only about infrastructure. Me say policies by na wodia ba asom no baya obi afie wonye biedi. Maka enwe wie no menyanka napco. It has challenges. National
Ekosiisen on
National Youth Employment Program. What do you say? Originated as a national out of a national security report. Say unemployment kosoro. Many problem amanya from 2006 as a 7 you started implementing this program and they say it is supposed to be an ad hoc measure. As I say say doctor obi moje tu obi na o twa moja no enya no be se nipa no yare but also moja no ama watimi attend to wahwe nipa no ahwe ni but as moja no eno nko na ye hwe se ye twa moja no ye modern say ye be bo modern ama moja na ensa into biom as a nation it's a problem but sadie obi afie at least odi so mfaso miso covid man fa nwa nwia e be hadwene the whole world meaning say wahwe WHO report na bana the whole world response to COVID. China and Sweden nine for Mubiti Ghana. Yeah. Ghana is number 3.
Yeah.
UK cry beating. Mm-hmm. Africa is number 1. Obi. COVID you guys are President Mama set up COVID response team.
Yeah.
What happened to that team? They've been drowned by the effectiveness of Akufo-Addo leadership to deal with a pandemic.
FM.
Unlike Donald Trump, who was denying it and attacking the electoral system in the UK, like President Mama is doing in Ghana, President Akufo-Addo admitted that there was a problem and attended to it. With all the challenges, for the first time in the history of Ghana, I'm a penitun and suffer, I'm a new company for. Say atoyira nchama bow asembia ba esobruyo mumba ni enfo to agene was under President Akufo-Addo ebiesi da ka kire me and this about on the kai they were talking about president granting pardon for Muntie FM and Radio Gold and they were taking on that day.
But that was after they had submitted
a report
that was the technical committee to the president. No,
I beg you, I was there. The first person to speak was the chairman,
the national chairman.
Yes, he spoke, and that's what he spoke about. And some Walker said, "Omo technical committee to Omo for report to So they done table so the grant of amnesty. And at that day, I'm happy President Akufo-Addo gave them an appropriate response. NCIA Omo Juma most state issues in Juma. Yeah, COVID response. Any agency de beba radio, and I am myself.
Ekosiisen
it is clear about the focus on issues. One the need brace a young cancer more a didn't can call any of mine ye dear beba any dear one so per se ye to young pia money honorable benaya or better in the general say yako kaka maybe anoma kakaze waka maybe so yumbo ya and ye wa almost almost say ye gini say dear PSHS resource ya ba no as a nation ya say ya dwene ho tertiary say they be expanding access ama nkoda na pass no pass ye pa o me wo fase 4-3 ne wom me ma 2 ene me ya ma but me ma so that say anti me fear ya te debi wom yes, I'm telling you, and how to sustain it. I think that's what we should be concerned about.
Kabila messing about Hobio. Honorable the campaign so far, 2 weeks to go, elections 2020.
Obi Midasi once again. The Mama Kabila Edinka Bejam, do Beckham is no Muduana. So come do Hejano.
But when was to the anthem,
Memraha, yeah, Udi. Adu show boy chia. Say same see ada betu. So, ejambe party abonti hamo abeti ya say FM. Na nado asako commission. Another interchange e won kra ha.
Yeah. Okay, obi chebe the first flyover no
yes.
Yeah.
So we say me tetema.
Oh okay.
The first one odi nka ye wetema ne de. Na je say na mahu. Timti say adu show boy asako commission another na me say there be me rely on only there. Martina, if you muhako, obichi binsu dia.
Yeah, moon shadan
tribia. To me say TC kwemu ha mo say. Me see circle yanu die ho. And
circle Dubai no.
Dubai ho. And I'm bowura home. Even the first phase no. We say I don't know from Kaneshi
to graphic road. Yeah.
Into me fi say the point no. Let's say Mayra.
Okay.
Nam say yet the class me fasu bi ne ya. Now say me making right turn. I call metro for one baby. I call make another right turn and BTC.
You know, faso.
So, it be call for mechanical Lloyd home one ko TC so afi me di mani kire Keneshi market.
Yeah.
Afi me head traffic be o Keneshi market o ko na ehin na me fa di abasempa. Me na me bia me fei. Na me kai said Dr. Baumian so hye ko na home. The digital man when I saw me GPS
Ekosiisen
and I'm dishing
Asempa
direction
FM.
to a some maps.
Yeah.
GPS Ghana. Yes.
Ghana Post GPS.
Yes. Me dishing Joy FM studios, and you pass left, pass right. You know, make you turn here. Many. Just a baby. I mean, I didn't go to me. I'm a sabi piasempa. Umpewe na opede. Look. Bibia dia dance say. Abaya ye kwa akotui MPP e wini and e be winning hands down so
This election
margin no will be a best so crashing the previous one by far. And then ya no so near de beka keke. Besides said that minya kabila kai CDD for ne NCC for commission aya
almost so you know
o maye na adade no ye nya crowd so kwa na de mu ho asere o. Otherwise, Dr. Ndum guy, 2012 or 2016, PPP follow.
Yeah, 2012.
That is a circle has in the last rally. Omukra no say kita party and you castle. Money funds, omukra card no be any card man for be any card is
Asempa
got to abam to
FM.
5,000 cry. New while crowd and agada or was 100,000
on
plus.
Asempa FM.
And this is for ya omo so news you know. Ya ni eja o masema mo.
almost
The last election at Cross Sports Stadium.
yes.
Okay. Okay, you be am go home.
Yeah, final rally no.
Yes, o man ko kra. O man ko abotini baby ah. And yet, omuhu onapo results om dinyae. Ti so nam na nde. O da ho we na ejina so e dey feel say o party and our candidate e popular or not e ye wawasem. Yeah, there look. Election we no because ye person winning hands down me ho ye fe no. Ye bod the ru nsempa the ru no nyuma pa ya ye so far no. Enu ye di ho dance ye de kira manfo. Say ye promises ye be ABC na namo weni na ye tu. Mpanyimfo said the one with the ru pen so no so be we abai ka ho a ye ni na chinie. The Nipani yes obama 100 things no amount about 80 no se mama kwenya na 20 na aka no min deliver no so fa ka ho a ye ni na chinie eti ye ko ave no na na se an ko campaign appedentia west look under cocoa board nko a cocoa board sa hand pollination exercise ya
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
adwuma edu ne agric maize o mo bo no eno nko ankora ya for mo nko is about 600 na aka se ye tri appedentia west 8 years yeah and this for be dia kunwa no and every 4 years bia no mo fan kora 600. I'm not talking adding even extension officers and others. Pollination exercise nko a. Nka 8 years no confess 600 ka no nye 1200. Ki nya 600 this year ka nke ye nkora 1800 nya adwuma. Don't forget to say not only na nkora no nya adwuma o but the farmer na ebia me farm me dey example kwa if you ever say 1 acre cocoa for 1 acre no ebia before hand pollination no what be 10 bags and then with the introduction of hand pollination no sa farmer no ni produce ayi of cocoa ayi obeti no obedunya about 14-15 bags ti sa farmer no akra na nyadwuma ye farmer no a benefit so farmer kroye you know ebia ne ba obekọ secondary school ne ba omukọ secondary school no so no aban den etua ne fees di ama no for the first time omukọ pension the domo to pension so you prepare bia towards that sa living income differential ya e kofa de beto koko ayi so na we ko ka chere say or you worse off tisere na mi aka bi like no amamo and yet just break a mortar. Only and this that is all they know. That is all they know. Infrastructure. And nothing else. They can't think outside the box. That is brick and mortar issues, you know. We're talking about policies and programs. What the better policies and programs about infrastructure know a side a bonus. What the education policy part is a free HSC ba and can be 150 every year. No school mainstream school ma infrastructure comes along with it. Because we ask everybody day we see adano more. All the planting for food and jobs, warehouses, construction, but a matter of course. So it would have one district, one factory. Industrialization programs. Factories no aye basis no. Say enya magic ni be say nyama since a room. The infrastructure aspect will come along with it. It will lead to other things like Wankra inland projects here. It will lead to railway systems. It will lead to all this now. But so who cannot think outside the box and what he knows, officer memory is all about. Just brick and mortar. Nyomana. Then a day point you about man. The baby are saying now they mismanage or manage share so much so that they have to run to international institutions like IMF for policy credibility. It is a man for many and some for share IMF in Sadia who how to manage a mine. Now got few years cheap bar was a because yes I'm for money. Say I say Ghana for it. Say be more free and as a dainty. Say dainty. Free secondary education ya yeken. Yes, ebia who so resource ne. Ne so others now are making na Malaysia, Korea and the rest I say you know me fee abrabona then I cause the difference. Education. The days are near say esika for those who have ma and uncle school. Na kwa apia ne money for there omo nkafie no. Etwem. Abai say there be also bia access to education. So parents musica so munisca also muko school ni bi. Now when we you know your friends say free secondary education also no. Yes also wasene into tertiary education. The days again now parents eniska uni boafo bia wontumi to our secondary education also no. It's also over. Yes you don't hear any day Ghana card. Ghana card and remember access to government assisted loans are to be their core university and as a tertiary institution now per se okon. Now we now call service. Now we know Duma. What you to loan. The days are naka we a friend say university naka we ba join association of unemployed graduates no. Hopelessness. Those days no I be came with industrialization programs are Ekosiisen. And my hope after one district, one factory, one village, one dam na ye fiase no. And yet for the people like me Benaya, me be ko pension you. No. And for me Bruno, to say me and this near branch or TSA. Oh hope. Because of the same people who akunya so kwa dia say Ekosiisen we use school na dia so we use school already there. And yet you be Dumaye. So for the beche no. It's a man for youth now back then no. All aspirations ni omo to say all money that's only be biano a leader they can trust to deliver. Free SHC you can't say if you be obi anya so mfa so a say say be untumi nwe kwachira obo fi say so mfa so na ne say e bia me ba e school ho ni bi no obi utie ya u can say mpa mamfo tie mamfo and we by this am call all over the world will be tuning into you. Amafo na etie na nso bibi fi ho no unko school ye ka pre na ye da ma ba mu bia na we didn't ye yare ya call hospitals nurse for any doctor for attending to us no and I need to mu fees ana and now ye nuanu ana and are they our parents they be obi ba no na ko school and we be medical doctor we be nurse we be teacher we be engineer or whatever ma all provide service ma wo ye dey o benefit bi no. It is simple wow bank school ni bile. Na ya abra ko school no chino be medical doctor now yare na alcohol na say doctor now attend to you. Have you not benefited from the free education unya no? In any case, the other side of it crown so say Sam kwade ya ene na nado ni free SHS adarument no. Omonya kwanya e dey ko secondary school no. Seka wanya sa kwanya na who knows? Yes, ebia de woni umma. Muboko school. Mwa be ya defo. Eso ebia nka kwa apia bande wanya kwanya nko school ntino. kedua nadwo wo akoto Mercedes Benz anka ofi akra e bia wo kwa yamfre no nka wunu epombo baabi no na okuatuo den egina ho. So one thinking deep and far. What is a free education asema ye can limited to access to school no. Sa kwa na education ni bi and what done am Robert Kwem ho and now you don't even know the security implications of these guys are 150,000 every year bia ni ye jomo along the way na. The security implications on us.
Asempa FM.
How many medical doctors, how many engineers, how many journalists, and yes, your man, I just saw Roberts of Gita Bonte, California. It doesn't happen. It as we engage these guys in schools, yet training more. Now, yes, skill, more skills. Mama be accountants, engineers, doctors, nurses, and teachers, and what have you. No, one case of security so is being improved. Yebeto abey ozo bia ayeditri kakra ntokwa besi twobo hey na de ade no twobo hey ye ni ntokwa hu sebesebia amanfo ya hands na yusu de yesa sebesebe enwema nsem fata no ntokwa hu na de ade no. How many accountants, how many journalists, how many doctors, any teachers and ya involved? How many? And that is a demonstration amanfo ku omo yesi wa bonti omo abeko na omo ya accountants and doctors and nurses, engineers and teachers and what have you. These boys here, jomo along the way.
Asempa FM.
These are the hands, free hands are. Yekoko yusu and they cause all this mayhem. This obey the policy biba. Let's say take all these hands no. And I make look planting for food and jobs. Juma Dr. Free Akoto didn't call for a board that field no.
Onabla yenesi from mame.
We don't gaya bom yemu.
Oh, that was yenesi from. So, etu de bia, agugu heya.
Yes. The other of the day then, and it's like, ubeti de bia ekuafo ni fulani fui, entoko nantwi wa nantwi oni e bonko futu ni yesi. E de be na ye adwen kese. When your friend adwen kese no na nyi obi obeka say, "Mercy religious way, infrastructure grab one kind of full, infrastructure. Adwen kese adwen ho no say, "Debi. For how long?"
I told her I say 4 years. I told her I say 8 years.
For how long? Any ebema e fulani foi, any agugu foi, basa. Adwekese ko mu no, all they had to do e ko create nantwie buo bi ema nantwie. Wa pese o yon nantwie bia, fa ne kokoto ha. Na akuafo nsu nye den, enyemu peace of mind. Just that one policy, adwekese ko mu keke no, and Ghana has become a net exporter of plantain near the from agugu. Just that. Amene nantwie so be omugu no kra no. Oh, if you go to as a doctor, edwuma papa na bon. Baby asa nantwie no gugu no. He, ubetumi utie metumi akoto nantwie bi na medina kwa akoto hom. Digital man da Roma near the very say chip kitu e bi a hye nantwie na so ho. Timetie yes, me to studio here make me for my phone. Me bia so a make me hu baby a me nantwie da. Say ogire dua bi ase enu musuo so ogina hen.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Okay, infrastructure. Even infrastructure so kra no ya say biti motorate. Nenti no amomo kwa na ase mobile. But me dey man see from. Say dem make am. Bibia di adanse. Iframa efa ewie ebo. Say Jordan na otwe ne beto aba.
Yes, Jordan na otwe.
Yeah. The brother say ye be ba na say be bieu.
Yeah, this is when they declare result in 24 hours.
And by
Tuesday.
They should be measured. I know they are preparing for it.
But the bottom line is serious political party be our woman.
24 hours should get your
by this time. And then now what you mean by this time? No who smoothness level.
But we won't be declaring.
But any day no, any day yes. No, but I don't just also declare. Declaration there yes, easy for yes. And the energy too.
I had experiences.
And the energy too say easy for them officially, you know, because more radio for media near in now. More also you know say by now be now provisional, yes.
Provisional, yes.
But no be answer a day. Who smoothness level. Now ni mu hana. Nyamia ye akase bepie oni penizo oh nyamia ye akase bepie oni penizo ono kwanfu eje
Asempa
eje wase se we fi mapa se
o de be ko
ye pa
eji abato no
ya to we akase bepie oni penizo ena nyuma papa so a nyuma papa so a na ado ni na MPP wo fi ase no because the battle remains the Lord. Don't forget that. It's key to the progress because you between the center of your behavior. Your center of modality BBR. The battle has remained the Lord.
The Lord.
Eti or dear film my pass you say second half no or dear beko day. Yakuye and your mappa. Nasa if we nam come yes yensanko misrim they said the Bible kind also what we sanko for we say omo
the biarada
bio
the biarada
eti kenas asile there yegusu ye den ye march for we are going there those who are shouting say oh you misrim man kiame you misrim man ke didi you misrim man ke I say yensanko misrim there like the Israelites no they never went back to Egypt. Sana Ghana for also will never
come back
to NDC.
And will be evidence on the ground. NPP is bound to lose the 2020 election. Like 2008, when all NPP party faithfuls and communicators were making large noise with free health insurance, but yet lost the election, the same way NPP will lose 2020, even with free SHS. Former President Rawlings's effort in building so many clinics and regional hospitals was not acknowledged for NPP health insurance program, just the same way e-blocks schools built by His Excellency John Mahama to augment free SHS. PK Onowo Elembele constituency. Gastiman Obrekum sent this earlier. Also, Obi thank Kabila for that brilliant submission. He has seriously demystified Dallas's continuous exaggeration. The NDC must stop that attitude of throwing dust into the air because it won't help them. Anyway, ask Kabila where he has been hiding. Gastiman Ewo Brekum. There's one here which says, okay. Senior Obi, please tell Kabila that if he is not very observant to the difference between Akufo-Addo, what Akufo-Addo promised and what he has delivered with regard to free SHS, he should stop shouting in your studio. We are discerning listeners. What articles did he publish to support the student loans this government wasted our monies on as a former
Ekosiisen on Asempa
secretary? Lucas Ewokoforidua. No, person who said time I buy and not just obitua student loans, which articles be against it, and that's what he.
But did he listen to me speak?
No, so see initially now
maybe say
yeah.
I signed a memoranda with Mrs. Elizabeth Adabo, that time director teacher education, that when we raise teacher education, our argument was that they are tertiary.
Yeah.
Now, almost condition of the mind say teacher education colleges be tertiary. We will forfeit allowances and take loans.
Okay.
And I'm saying I did that. I was trying to impress on this government, say
not to pay the allowances.
It's not fair, say tertiary students if you loan, maybe more allowances. But the government said, and this is a promise we made before coming to power, they were going to carry on with it. I didn't even get a listening ear that I wanted. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, fair deal. Obi, my good friend Kabila has not been fair to the NDC and John Mahama when he says their COVID-19 team haven't done anything. Obviously, Kabila is unaware that it is the NDC COVID-19 team that has worked hand in hand with their foreign partners to discover the COVID vaccine. Idi Muhayudin.
Who said that? I like that sarcasm.
My member Dallas and Poma Williams. So Dallas, my ENTO campaign so far 2 weeks, 2 elections, 2020 discussion segment. Yede Bromi, Franco Trading, Bell Aqua Active, Cali Trust Travel and Tour, Seahorse, Engine Oil, Global Light and Tabia Herbal, and a TCL The Creative Life. Dallas.
Obi, my brother the past I think 20 to 30 minutes. My brother, my son, akuhwe ade a ontumi onya ade se otie ti mabre wadan pa for the past 30 minutes na obi say ufidi so a creating impression is a new senior high school or a doctor or a engineer or a pharmacist or a journalist we a senior high school in the senior high school you know Roberts in Nikwaso obi I'm Roberts Biblioha actually wanna be a degree holder be a master's degree holders kita certificates adwuma woni nyanya nti ono tifie wanya peer influence no ne ho akɔhye robbery mu. In any case, in recent past Mr. Akufo-Addo Ghana Mampani Akufo-Addo ne aban abreso ya chiam brothers bebre amoye national security for national security for eka ho under MPP aban. So the logic na honorable aye ebi odene namono na me force ase metiase enso ntumi antiase obi minia kabila eka sembi na mepese metie free hota mi kasa medikan kase media freedom ane wo hokane under his excellency John Dramani Mahama enye sa enetie ene mitumire a michiresie Oshasi na minim se obuso ne facha me kabila ne position one people mu ne dey wen.
Oye managing editor at the National Forum news.
Onye MPP ni. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Na wonim kabila wonim so.
Oda bi minim se oye bia general secretary na MPP na bisa. Okay. Just I 2 against 1. Okay. Odi asema na make no ene say and Mr. Akufo-Addo sa bonifosam eko eso nsentrofo ntumi nka wa ubenya kukuduro se meka no ekura beda he anya Mr. Akufo-Addo ne share bosse oba aban mu a odi anas principle ene ebeko atia keta asehye proye ni dwirimudie obi ne bwana oba ye na anas ene tiger eye koye hwehwemu ni hu se Ghana Mampani a yena ni pieto ya toma na dinu obodi ya toma no ya hwe na busu ya nyina se beya obetumi nya dwen ede abu omai Ghana no se wo hwe obi botom a se opese wo ba omai ebedi dwuma se ye dwuma no obedi omai se obetu fo magudi ase ye nso atwa ye mu asese no opese wo nya ba omai mu anye Mampani Akufo-Addo hia $5 million no what $3 million the amount
and why the kind
I am number 12 no it was revealed say o pese o bomai mu be ye dwumadi bia Mr. Akufo-Addo $5 million Dr. Mahmoud Bamia $3 million man o be ye the opinion be finance account
but that's an issue under investigation
anas aremya anas ni ameswali ebe sa asemi be tu dwape and am sha say tata wo to the extent say omanfo bi the woman phone to true television bi so say we share na guni heavens bro ne ba gisika anche ene na ameswali nsentoni investigative journalist papa bi wa hwere ne nkwa disi na me ne wo kasai yenim ne wo okun eye ameswali na ban etiko a yen hyeden na mo bia wotu e dia fa ameswali ni wo obi krom ha ne wo ene wa wunia Edward Adeti ekoye hwehwemu mi ehu se Minister of State anya kukudura je akonya tena so ji adamudie kan ni ma China fo akonya mom twenia tufo magudie eseye nso ni ensase abranti ye betu dwa no se ensentrofo mpanifo a wokom ha ampe baabi ama branti na antetanka ne wa yenyamedia anda Mr. Akufo-Addo wow yonko manase azure ekoye hwehwemu odi betu dwa abonefosem a ekoso ewo MPP ne Akufo-Addo aban abreso
Ekosiisen
se ya ankobo ne dwa ewo South Africa baabia kabia ne wato na nanom wonse edo a grounded point I mean making say and central for abonefosem a ekoso Mr. Akufo-Addo aban abreso Noma aye daring say ye de be pia magana for ehunu no enne wo hwe ma wo hunu won ye hunu na bi no mo for mu dia enche won to a ebi mu dwumi pie mpo na dwuma nka kane no mo de ahosepe eye under his excellency John Dramani Mahama no omaye. I read an article from Manasseh. Or say under his excellency John Dramani Mahama no German Central Frontier investigative journalist eye won adwuma dia bonefo sembeto abonteno and they under Mr. Kufuado they all fight omo kutia eye keta se for any dream
and the sitting president
Okasa fidi MPP for use Mr. Mahama sir. And I'm not sure that Mr. Kufuado. Ose me nka boni bia Mr. Kufuado.
No, he's the president of the republic.
Omampeni Kufuado. We okay. Omampeni Kufuado. Thank you.
And our president Kufuado.
Omampeni Kufuado.
Yes.
Abanya breso. Mo sentrofo. Ya techire mo nsagu machi. And obia opeso wo kan kware wo mai. Say ne Kabila pese ye hunu no. I'm expecting Kabila say Debbie Beba obe organize ya free nyina say yemra ne kasantia media freedom aye tietia so under Omampeni Kufuado abanya breso. But as usual, Otina si the man now was singing the praise of this government. And yami mama do. Obi, an impression was created every studio. Say Mr. Kufuado, and answer Omampeni Kufuado. And here we will be Chebilam to interchange. A motorway interchange. Now me face I'll be correct honorable, but Ujan wa kagum from him. Me wa haidi me horo. Obi, when you said Tema motorway interchange, it was under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and a port expansion predator, Edema MPS. I think about $1.5 billion. Say on friend you say beya Ghana and your port is also say beya how behind you between Ricky in more revenues. You on negotiating for Japanese sika. Say yemfanye Tema motorway interchange no. Say beya Kansa free
Ekosiisen on Asempa
to say the northern parts, the central parts, the western part eko Tema no. On benya ahotonia homeka etumide akodi wono ejuma kama. Under John Dramani Mahama no 4 interchanges. Nkoma circle die aye circle Dubai. Obeche Bilamte die, Pokuasi die, and a Tema motorway interchange no. About saying 3 years, 11 months down the line, we are not before to me being Giaconia studio ha Obi. It will shut down of when you catch them say one and the Tema motorway interchange. One and the Bay will be Chebilamte interchange. And make Kabila person a bonaba super do this one on the pass and foot you know and your nabo I at Guyen. It can never be true, and the records are there. It say Samuel Winano, NBC Aban, and a date way back 2016. In fact, Tema motorway crowd the end day. Okaya no obechi bilamti dieno. 5th January 2017, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the last State of the Nation's address. Ena oka will say, we siki o sikani minara ayede beye Tema motorway interchange no. 5th January 2017. Eba no saying NPP for beji credit for dia woman win baby a free buy. And in Hankwa, they've been repeating this lie. Baby beyond the Kobia, Akuhi no mucha. So Omuna Pokwase, Omuna Obeche Bilamti, Omuna Tema interchange. I will be a remnant and for Ukraine, Ghana for Ukraine, say these projects is here under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The Kamia is in near Unin Tomano. A BBI Kawanunkwa. They gungun, and your own gentleman. Because Oba ye sika banensem and amwa wetrina. Once them a Juma Potty and Mr. Kufuado Naban aye. The only thing we yarn say, ye package akuhi mine no carry pay. Near Tom de Magana for. And I'm surprised, Omo Baba Mono, Omo Buswa a disa Juman. Again, Kabila can say, for the very first time, ewa Ghana bako se mua, aban bi atonsa afre opposition for. Say mumra na yankwadwin ohawa atu oman eho. That again is a lie. I was expecting Senka will be drawn attention. Say yet oman yimu. Ena dumso ebaye. Dumso baye ede ohaw kesiye beto Ghana economy no eso. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne naban Senche conference to suffer MPP all political parties. Some member na yanko dream o mayeno eho. Obi you in this country
parties
political MPP was invited and you know say they denied that invitation from my call.
They did not go. But it was not just parties Nenkwa.
I say the MPP was invited.
Absolutely.
It will say this is the first time baby aba or tunsa afre parties say or how be abentie konkosova. It is a lie.
But is that sentiment not different from what happened?
Was MPP invited as a party?
Yes,
no,
MPP no,
I think they had some members of the MPP.
Listen, you invited MPP members of the MPP. I know they invited Osafomafo and some few other people. Listen, Osafomafo, is he not a senior minister in this government?
What are you talking about?
And I know my strategy for Osmunko invited.
So I think the difference he wants to put out is the invitation was not officially to the party, but to some members of the party.
In this instance, invitation NBC no on COVID. Jubilee House
Derby.
But NBC
But the official invitation to the party.
And I am saying is that the MPP denied and I said MPP miss invitation and to Mebuana. They were invited. And no man yet was said CPP on your KPP, no MPP. So we invited the MPP and they told us in the face, oh my man.
You can still make your point without diluting the issue. The issue, you know, they say in the Senchi case, the MPP as a political party was not invited. Some members of the party were invited, and that's a fact.
Some members of which party?
Of the MP.
Were they invited in their capacity?
So we invited them.
No, as economic dons.
We invited them. MPP members. We invited them. I'm so member. So it can't be true. So this is the first time a baby I met Ghana Kunyaswa or some turn Safri Nipa many stakeholders CMI or minor issue be
but the first time a baby to suffer leadership of political parties to go and sit on an issue in the that's a fact.
Obi, he made a point. Say instead say Becca COVID one na your national chairman no more amnesty to radio stations.
Yeah.
I was shocked say Kabila make his statement no. Pandemic Abba, yari could your wife and coronavirus Abba. And Obi women say omubodi ya no on the bofo kesi bi sha no novel. Which is a idea
at the forefront.
Ebi mada. Idea bi mada no. Idea ba ko ye tumi bi tuase pa public education. And there was no way a band be between aka say or ye public education is sabe on su radio or kofuru dia ko gina so akotea tie mu aka say yare bia bawo etimo monye ABCD ni emfa enku into yare na ase wotumi kofuru dia emfa ndesa. You need radio stations and television stations to do this education. It may expect Kabila say or make such a statement because the national chairman now working who say this is the time I give here more education. Say by Ghana for better say no man who yare no sume the by near was here yare into me then enkayen. But this is also the time you have to do radio stations ebimu. No way me the radio stations be or me more than intie. What you say? And if you want to reach the larger populace, you have to make sure say obi biara wati nia ekoso efa yare could be FN coronavirus. So it was not out of place. Say you been making statement say radio stations are to public education. The way the radio is and the public education. Obi, I am challenging Kabila and NPP for. So I'm producing letter under the NDC. You're cancelling the teacher and nursing training allowance. They should produce it.
A letter about SSI.
Say under the NDC. Or see a nursing and teacher training allowance. And I am challenging him, say, Krata NDC, every child the nursing and teacher training allowance, he should produce it.
I don't understand.
The NDC never cancelled the teacher and nursing training allowance. And you know it, Obi.
What happened?
What happened, you say? Your proposal. I say, Ushe Sika, Yetria, in terms of allowance, edema teacher and nursing training allowances, students, no. For instance, for training colleges, no. Because I bring teacher allowance in Tino. Say, training institution will be to me for nipa be 1,000. I buy them our cap, say for 500, because on in teacher allowance, then Sika Ederson, and 1 month, efa. Now, among Parani Bibri, one year qualified, but because of the teacher allowance, I control intake, no market fee. So when this felt say, Adena allowance now be a challenge, and to mark training institutions no emfa on capacity no. Yenni emfri ho no student loan, because at this point tertiary institutions. It's yenni no student loans. Se be ya ombetumi access these loans no mo dey atuo mo school so ama omabeye de ompeso mo ye dachi. That was a proposal. I said the proposal me give to you say you free home pa. Enka ebe hwase everyone na omo ho dada omo fe so out here the new entrance no and ananka omo any teacher and as a nursing training allowance ni bi. It didn't happen. And I free abai mo. They came into government 2017 basis abbey. They were repeating this lie. See, you can teacher and nursing training allowances.
Also, what didn't happen?
Then teacher and nursing training allowances. That's what the point I'm making.
Hold on. After the proposal was put out, Cabinet did not endorse.
We did not withdraw the teacher and nursing training allowance.
Cabinet did not endorse that proposal.
You see,
for in your words, replacing the allowance we did not withdraw the teacher and nursing training allowance. What does that mean? I don't understand.
NDC a free power. It was just a policy proposal.
So what was said?
You pay a free. And one thing I need to say, and then before they show the manifesto, more I'm going to repeat say we've restored the teacher and nursing training allowance. Something that was not cancelled. How do you restore it?
So what did the president then speak about? Say even if it will cost him the election, he will not restore.
That was during the proposal stage.
Really?
Yes. That was during the proposal. Because of allowance now be harder, ama intake no. And then especially when ordinary tertiary status. The colleges need to make far capacity. That was the point. Such making such statement no. But I am telling you on authority say. The BBR anyway you care more omode bomb hasa for his oma be restore. And you can cross check.
But that cannot.
I am throwing this challenge. Only if you have it, read it to me.
Many tag executives by studio
if you have it
on that. But let me go on to the phone lines here. But a quick input on the phone lines. Captain Koda. Captain Koda Efrain or some quick input to make. Captain Akwaba Ekosiisen Sony. Now poem here. Me patrol Matesa or some quick input be me into you.
Yeah, me TMO program from Ofango. Program. It's your part of
okay.
Now, about now, Cassan, NDC department, maintain
yeah, from the Dallas.
Or see, your bar power. National security personnel have been involved in armed robbery. The son of my man and our team on file list of armed robbery. National security personnel involved in armed robbery on 1 week. And now, the names of the members of the national security who have been involved in armed robbery, you should produce their names. don't come and sit on radio and make like that and just get away. Often I'm challenging him. Also, throw a challenge to you, Bahama and Oman Castle, the allowances. You know, let's throw a challenge. Often him, maybe.
Captain Mianase, Yadase Pine, the Captain Koda, any attaining, and Ekosiisen na higher Sempa 94.7 FM. Discussion segment here, the Bremi 44 after 5. Dallas and Poma Williams, Ewaha, Honorable Ben Aye, Ewaha, and James Kwabena Bonfe. Dallas, I do 30 seconds with you for one to see. Wakasache, Papa, if you be fair to me. Wakasache, 30 seconds.
What's in mind fray?
Number one, in one. Captain Koda.
Maintain that.
Okay.
Obi, 28 April 2020 year, 2 national security personnel dismissed. National security personnel dismissed for robbery. Ghana way. Yeah.
What's the details?
Peace FM. 2 national security personnel dismissed. Same period na 28 April 2020.
Dismissed.
So I am for robbery. So I am saying, say, under this administration, there's been arrests. I'm not the woman. Yes, people from the national security are Flagstaff House involved.
Allegedly, right?
Involved. Yeah, but media from no. It is a say investigation as a national security phobia and involved after you do use the Babontia of Amraniti. You come with the error. What radio so kasa obi fresh or there me a national security man why me there me man 1 week ago. You come with Abel. It is time to rescue this nation. And I'm a boya air coso or benya bresono. This is the time to rescue you. You come with me breso. Obi research be a change say obeko mokolodwem. Obi research be anywhere a change say obeko malata again. No could be so man for say 2016 and I said 4 or 5 years ago under John Dramani Mahama. Now I sit here to say and then under Mr. Kufuor in few years some so need do back so no sit here day at the same. We do not need any research to tell us say MPP promise here I want to deliver. Only say about 1D1F, 1 district, 1 factory. This should be able to be boasting of a factory and Mr. Kufuor I am from the Eastern region. And I can tell you on this program, say, there's no district in the Eastern region. Kufuor say, what busy factory ever. No be to me a boss. I say, one no aye, ever prayer man temuno. Existing factories, I want to painting near the Cyprus 1D1F. Mama Nisi just a quick one. Just a quick one. All the promises are obeying Ediama Eye Ghana for. Some may Katas, some may Abusia and Amamu, and under MPP Abbey. The most nepotistic government ever we are seeing for Mr. Kufuor Abbey. Dallas
and Poma Williams. Dallas Mamena say, the story you referred to, no Ghana Web, 2 national security personnel, dismissed soldier, 6 others arrested for robbery. And yet, national security personnel have been dismissed for robbery. And that's the story. Check it again. National security personnel, and a dismissed soldier.
Security personnel.
Yes, dismissed soldier, and a 6 others arrested for robbery. No, they've not been. Dismissed one. Not just say it's been proven. Say, robbery in Yapam. But we know what kind of story. No, hold on. And if let me be a story, no. Dallas, So we should have police cracker was story. And I said, investigations are still ongoing. It's not been proven. Say, or more. And the committee robbery. And just clarity, just to bring clarity to this. We headline now. Headline people that support the claim you were making. Said they've been dismissed for robbery. There is a comma in the 2 national security personnel. Dismiss a soldier, dismissing.
2 national security personnel.
and 6 others arrested for robbery.
National security.
But they are suspect. Police statement is only a suspect. Investigations are ongoing. That's the point. I wanted to bring that clarity, what
is the difference, Obi?
No, the American say you made a conclusive statement. Say national security for be robbery. Yes.
We've seen stories say robbery also yes national security for account and the story here maka
yes
I confirm some maka.
No, but the point is any conclusive.
The investigation, but the story out there not to say about national security for me. It is a money as well.
And there were live commentary. There was a wrap up. Sorry, Commerce Post team take you over. Kabila ni honorable aye ebenya. I think 3 minutes each now. Sorry, Kabila is start with. Wakazache 2 months.
Obi, the Dika Misha Dalasini. I will, as a younger brother, I will advise you. Maza. Malawi for Beno Mubuno. Cows are trapped by their horns, men by their waist. But Sunday with 3 different stories. Bako A dated 2015. Bako A dated 2014. Bako A dated 2020. Your national youth organizer.
And the withdrawal of teacher trainee allowance is counterproductive. That's not. Mahama justifies withdrawal of teacher trainee allowance, and NDC apologizes for cancellation of teacher.
And that is a national youth organizer of the. You must even go produce letter. Please,
time in Mr. Let him finish.
You see, you can do what you want, but we may clarify Nima BNB. Obi, we say name for will be George Abanga. I was Sankore.
Yeah.
He was shot dead. He was a journalist. 2015. I'm a GJ, Ghana Journalist Association for Kwasete, a committee be our own friend say a committee for the protection of journalists. He was under President Mama. Mama say Azure.
Asempa FM.
Me, I never be on my. I don't want to personalize them. So that's here. You open some manas Azure, some working na young family na who clan and center. And that's some working for President Mama.
Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Young family na. Kamazoe. A fraud issue no. I eventually. Shrad can say it didn't constitute a bribe, but the gift policy. I know one casa diabano. What did you people do to Manasseh? Or say about Manasseh? Masa, I am a practicing journalist. I live in this country. I have not been a friend of this government, applauding this government. Someone let me tell you, fear such as say it presents a challenge. But I know this government will be up to do it. I will be up to the task. Say, tertiary, how to accommodate the large numbers. Of course, the history of MPP Amamu, me, I'm a product of distance learning and online studies. My degree was a collaboration between University of Cape Coast and Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology in Australia under the auspices of the African Virtual University Concept. Our President Kufuor True Information Technology Project, and then your online facilities were your distance learning, Cape Coast Yebi, Winnipeg Yebi, Legon Yebi. And you don't need to have all the students on one campus and send a woman tertiary education. Of course, Minister Sinanapo and the ministry, they are thinking about why able to absorb students in and that's what I can say. So I'm supportive of idea the MWA. Ebeba o my God no a adenje na mo kase anya de obetumi aye o kase president Arimes call president Kufuor call BBC straight talk and that was Sally
Shaka
Sally this and say on the how much will it cost and president Kufuor say cost there he has to come back and discuss with the. Do you know what the NDC did with that? You were against this. Now when you be a one case will be secondary school or be engineer. What you have say, oh, Tinsem, now, oh, Tiwasuma, that the year can education is a difference maker. Education is a leveler. All of us suffer discrimination, exclusion in our world, or you're educated or you're better placed. And the education here, you have to say. Me and the American say, and someone here can know about education infrastructure, and we are to be. That means say, or the catch or no dollars in fee. Sa akofo do bia na me se ni no ba ya akofie bia mu e bia mu kwa di fie de e bi ni ho abede ne bia ba ho ogwa ufie de bede ne bia ba ho asamba and market on the wall bibi be si ama ho ufie sa do ba na wonye bia di no it will come out market me say me mo bia me say something will happen.
Okay.
And your relative who is benefiting from free SHS will become an issue for us to discuss. Obi, Manasa, Mr. Now may come in the memory as far to say, me to produce, especially Adanko column. We've asked very critical questions. Hey, Masa. At the end of the day, Mama will say it was President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo as Attorney General under the leadership of President J. Akufo and a criminal libel law. The repeal more time. The Attorney General Sabrino by Obeda Samoa. The deputy name at Namidu. President, a year friend saying President Rollins, Vice President, the late Mills, time, Communication Minister, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, our former president. Omuka say over their dead body.
What is happening now?
And a year repeal criminal libel law. And that criminal libel law is not there.
Are you happy with what happened to Manasseh?
Mame Nase Kabila, Medase Pa, Honorable Aye.
What happened to Manasseh?
Me pato Bremuna family pon why?
Oh, Obi.
You see, Obi.
Honorable Aye, me
the channel.
Just a minute.
The channel. Akwara no dear.
No, I think
when you say
on your original communications officer.
No, because Akwara no dear, not the numbers. I'm not talking about the numbers. Otherwise, you can take exception to it. So what?
I take strong exception to something.
What ya? Okase. What ya? You can't kuhi. Report ya say obi ka kuhi. Na me ka jina Akwara na otia. Woni say yankoto ayena. Ye ka say yankoto ayeda otia say.
What the could mean can
because you are going to doubt yourself. When you the etikesie say senior had so be masters so be baby engineer be ya yanko to ayeda. Look at him. Dallas. It is the means to an end. You can't become that doctor or that engineer or that if you don't have basic education that we're talking about. It should be more that access. And I'm just saying not only anyone that access. Also now tertiary education or say amount scholarship or mouska tertiary education. What maybe your doctor, engineer or whatever. A Juma is available through the one district, one factory. Start a Juma elsewhere. Unlike now. Most of the youth, even rent advance landlords, bisa. So, we can start a demand for yes, between 2 years rent advance. First when your baby, what's our dream ahead? They say yes, not only and free senior education. Then we can invest in your best was we start a demand. So, yes, also was and what you mean, and your baby do theatre. Then it's what you and kakra. Open way now open there. Yes, plain way actually but Obi election na ye kwakoto 2 weeks rather now okay. It's not about NDC MPP. It's not about NDC MPP. It's about say wasitinum eno ma wankasa wo dachi eno nana no dachi. Sa policies and programs here 2 parties no no. Why dear na do we shemu a odachi no madachi besi yi. 2 leaders no Mahama ene Nanado
Ekosiisen FM
obi hwan na betu ya trust no ana wo de office e fie for dem ho se e fatan se mbetwi okada na okada ne do ko nya accident a ye already moche ye do akwa akotum de wo se no Nanado said baby you deserve better than that. You deserve get better than that. I will see it more the opportunity. Let's also impose a president now, but my minister, now but my whoever biano, your mouse are going now, bia and yebino. What we achieve the best, I would not achieve. Umpuwi, Nasi Okada, and ya what's it?
That's honorable Ben Aye. Kabila.
Unia Manase Azuri Awudi. Tabani issues no buy no. Munya we say your father national security assistance.
But not a public record.
No, but Otiano,
no man to enjoy the law of the
I see you are life under court.
You also airport have Manase make my airport.
If was wanted Obi Onya we say Manase akasa atro.
And then another
article say under Mr. Kufuado we in Central nya ntumi nya we tuma. Say dey na ntumi na under John Dramani Mahama. Atro article. Nti pebina kenkan Kabila. Obi the impression is being created, sir. SHS, no. MPP have been SHS, which is not true. In 2015, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Lanchi, 3 SHS, my Ghana, Ghana, Biara, away.
Asempa FM is back again. I said, Mrs.